How y'all doing? Well, I'm outside again. Wind's blowing a teeny bit, nothing too major. I got my router in from Comcast this morning. About, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. UPS woman came up and dropped it off. And before she got out of the driveway, of course, I told her thank you and everything. And she was happy I said thank you. Now, I don't want to say it was like 2 days. Well, Wednesday morning at 3:30 up until this morning, I had no internet. I had no communication with the outside world other than the TV, my TV antennas. And, well, I kind of enjoyed it. It was kind of nice. Now, yes, I did miss getting online and playing my World of Warcraft with the people I play with across the United States. And, you know, talking with them and everything. But, you know, it was kind of like kind of like being free for 2 days, you know. The only thing that did suck about it is my Fire Stick runs off Wi-Fi and the internet, so I couldn't watch my TV shows. But other than that, you know, I had regular TV. I get like, I don't know, 15 or 20 free television shows through the not internet, but TV antenna. So, you know, I watched KET, or what we call KET is PBS. I watch that a lot of times, even when I'm not on the Fire Stick. And I just like educational television. You know, there's a lot of shows on there they show that I really like. Put my grizzly in. But today, kind of an off day, nothing major. We went to Sam's Club and picked up a few goodies. Then I was going to go to Lowe's to see about getting some blackberry plants to add to my collection amongst the yard area. And they were so backed up. They all quarantine crap going on and 6 feet apart. And in order for me to get to Lowe's to get what I need, I'm going to have to get up like at 5 o'clock in the morning, get dressed, and sit in the parking lot and wait till they open to be the first one in line to get what I need. That's probably what I might do tomorrow. I haven't made my mind up yet. But I know I need to get another step rail piece for my steps, my porch. I've been back burning everything, getting kind of lazy, kicking my feet up, and now I'm ready to get shit done, and I gotta wait in line. So that's why you do not procrastinate. You know, you take care of what you need to do first, and then kick your heels up. But I kicked my heel up, and I'm paying for the price now. But it's okay, you know. I still got plenty of time. Feet still hitting the floor, so you know I'm not too much of an issue with me. Now you can't see them, but it's because they're behind me in a basket, kind of like, well, yeah, I'll show you. Oh. I get these, well, I got a bunch of these a long time ago. Big old plastic crates looking things like this. This is what a lot of your Mexican produce comes on off a tractor trailer. And then once they get rid of all the produce, they're left with these great big baskets. Now, I got each one of my baskets, my little basket crates, I got each one of these for like $1, maybe $1.50 at my local, like, retail flea market kind of person. And he has hundreds of them. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of them. And they range from this size, they get a little smaller, about like a quarter size of this. And I buy them all the time because I use them for like storage containers in the shed. I use them for in the summertime. You know, you can pick a ton of blackberries and stick what that's well. At least when you could, when my backfield was nice and full of blackberries, you know, you could probably stick probably 10 to 20 gallons plus inside of one of these crate baskets easy, and you know it just makes it easy maneuvering. Now, the wild blackberries would fall through these little slots, so you'd have to take like a newspaper and line the bottom of this with newspaper, and or like a mesh screen of some kind, and fill up that way. But yeah, I mean, I used to use these all the time for blackberry picking. So but I got a bunch of plants behind me. I bought a bunch of small tomato plants and thyme and different kinds of mint and things of that nature. And I got some collard greens. I got some kale, and yes, I got collard greens because I love collard greens. I can eat collard greens till they come out of my ears, along with kale. I love that stuff. Of course, the way I fix it, it's not good for you because it got bacon grease and, you know, vinegar, and well, vinegar's not bad for you, but bacon grease is bad for you, and, you know, salt and pepper, all the little goody doodads you add to collard grease to make it taste real good. So yeah, that's the only downside to how I cook, because I cook true Southern style. You know, bacon grease with everything, just about, you know, greens wise, and a lot of the food I cook, like fried foods, with bacon grease too. And I learned that from my grandmother, because, you know, she grew up on a farm during the Depression, so everything she learned to cook came down to me, and I still cook that way. Now, tomorrow sometime, I'm supposed to get a hold of Adam, and me and him are supposed to go down to LaRue County at this one place. Hopefully the gates are still open, because if they are, we're going to be picking up some long wooden crate boxes like I have out here that I grew my plants in, because I got one right now. It's completely busted. It's shot. I've had it for 5 years. It's run its course. The other ones probably could be replaced, but they're not showing the stress damage like this one was. So as of right now, I'm going to use what I have right now. I'm going to replace the box there for sure, and then I'm going to put, like I said, 2 boxes in my front yard. And I got to clear out a piece over here across my front of the house on, well, as I'm facing it on my right hand side. I'm going to put a box there, and I'm not sure if I'm going to stick blueberries in that box, or if I'm going to stick like fragrance, like thyme, stuff like that, and just have it for like a herb box. I do know I'm going to get gutters put up across here probably within the next few weeks to a month, and then on top of that, I think since we got the trailer tomorrow, if we go down there and get them, what we'll do is swing by Lowe's if we can and get the lumber that I need for the porch here, and the excess pieces I need for the step form, and then we should be good for at least a little bit. Plus I gotta get some landscaping timbers so I can measure out after we get the porch built and add it to where we need it. And then I'm gonna take the landscaping timbers, because my main porch is here, my secondary porch is gonna be here, and then on this end of the porch is gonna be where the pool is gonna be at, after it's been leveled and, you know, graded and everything else. So I am running a little behind on that, but it's only because having to find people with accessible uses to haul lumber, and I'm still looking at buying a trailer. I just got to find one that, you know, I'm not going to pay up my ass for, and I don't want to buy something that's a piece of crap like I did at Roll King a long time ago. And I went to Roll King not too long ago, looked at some of their newer trailers, and them floors are a piece of crap like it was when I bought mine from them. So I'm not going to go to Roll King at all. Their trailers are junk. I mean, unless you're desperate and you really need something, you know, that's how it's going to be. But yeah, I mean, unless I fall in really hard times, I can't find one I need, because I want a 5x8, and I've had smaller ones before, and the only problem with smaller ones is, say, like if I have to go do something with my riding mower to mow my yard, my riding mower will not fit on a 4x8 trailer or 4x6 trailer, because the trailer's too small. So basically, I'm just kind of SOL. Now, I have looked on Marketplace. I found a couple, and one of them was like 35 minutes south of me, and the guy never replied, so I just deleted the conversation form of it, because, you know, it's been on there for 3 days and he hasn't even looked at it. So oh well. And the reason I'm going to have to get a trailer is because you can't haul crap in a Blazer. Now, yeah, no, don't get me wrong, you can haul certain things in a Blazer, but that's why I wanted a pickup truck, so I can haul shit. And you can't haul shit in a Blazer because, you know, you're limited. Plus, you know, you're only so wide and it's only so tall you can put something in there. So you're just kind of on that deal. So, and then on top of it, if you do haul something, there's nothing to ratchet down. There's no connector hooks or anything to ratchet anything down with. Unless you got a bungee cord that has a little loop on it, but that ain't gonna do shit. So I'm just kind of SOL. That's why I've been kind of procrastinating mainly for, because I don't want to ask my stepdad, because he's 70-something years old, and I don't want to get him out in this crap that's going around. Because if something was happening, he was to kill the bucket over helping me get stuff for, you know, the house stuff, then my mom would never let me hear the end of it. And of course, she said, "Why don't I just borrow his truck?" If I put a scratch, I'm talking a minute little hairline scratch, I would never hear the end of it. So I'm not going to ask him. So that's why I was looking for a trailer. Then, if I can find me a trailer worth a damn and not too expensive, then I can go down the road to that one fella that has all that cedar wood. I can buy the cedar wood I need for the smokehouse I plan on putting up this year. And I'm really considering putting, after I tear off the back porch and rebuild it, using cedar plank inside for the walling for the porch. Well, room. It won't be a porch, it'll be a room. Mainly because, you know, it'll look pretty, it'll smell great. A lot of bugs won't go in there because of cedar. And, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, that's my Saturday afternoon. Of course, we did go to Aldi's and buy some junk food and stock up on a lot of the junk we ran out of, and because we can get stuff at Aldi's pretty cheap. Of course, it's kind of, sometimes it's a smaller size commodity of an item, but you know, for as cheap it is, you can buy multiples, and you know, it'll last you a while. And yeah, the plants I had back here, of course, a lot of them were dry stuff where they haven't been watered. So probably 45 minutes ago, I gave them a little shout of water, and I'm gonna let them finish draining. And before the sun goes down completely down, I'm gonna take them inside the house and put them on like a tray underneath it, just in case any water drips off of it, it won't lay on the floor. And that way they can, you know, be nice and warm on the inside, and you know, not get, you know, temperature damage. And then on the days that, you know, like right now, it's nice and sunny and everything, I can bring my hair on the porch. As you can see, I got all kinds of crates up here on the porch. Goes behind me. I got a lot of these crates up here, mainly because, well, it keeps them out of the yard, and so when I mow, I don't have to get off the mower and move them. And two, here soon, a lot of these crates I'm going to use for, you know, carrying stuff with for the garden, putting things in for like fertilizer bags, you know, things of that nature. And you know, just they're endless what you can use them for. So that is my ordeal of the crates, and that's what I want to use them for. Sometimes I'll take these big old milk crates and I'll stack them 2 by 2 like this and put a board on top of it, put a container pot or something, like a wider, like 2 here, big wide board in the middle of it, center of gravity, put it on top of that, and keeps it off the ground, keeps animals from getting into it, and well, keeps also kids from getting into it sometimes too. And you know, it's hot up above the ground, nice sunlight. You know, when it's cold like this, you know, we've been having a lot of frost lately, so you know, that won't be good for that. But you know, during the summertime when everything's nice and warm and it keeps, you know, keeps off the ground, yeah, I mean, you know, keeps out mainly between, we got out here, we got a lot of rabbits and deer, stuff like that. Of course, the deer would get to it regardless, but a rabbit, you know, it's not going to jump up there on top of the thing and then have to jump 2 or 3 feet higher. It ain't going to happen. You know, I did find a great big pot. Oh, that was great. This thing is huge. If I had to guess, it's probably 2.5, 3 feet wide. Well, probably wider than that. Probably about 3.5 foot wide. But it's like, oh, the camera won't even pick it up, but it's huge. I mean, I'm talking like, it's a good 2.5 foot deep, and it's real wide base, and it narrows going down somewhat. And my youngest was with me, and he was like, You know what that'd be good for? I said, what's that? He goes, start some more of those peanut plants, put it inside there, and just let the whole peanut cluster grow down in the bottom of it, which sent up a light bulb in my head, because I grew some peanuts a couple years ago, and they didn't amount to nothing because I didn't have the right type of setting for it. But those pots, man, those things would be perfect for peanuts. I mean, with 2 peanut plants, you probably get 100 plus peanuts out of one pot. So, you know, hell, I can grow two or three pots of them, like total a few peanut plants in each one of them. I have a ton of peanuts. And the good thing about peanuts is, you know, you make your own peanut butter. You can roast them yourself, or you can do what a friend of mine does, is save them for deer season and take handfuls of unsalted peanuts and toss them out there, and deers will eat it up. That's great deer bait. Now, I know you're not supposed to bait animals because it's illegal, but what's the difference going out there dropping a big old thing of crushed corn in a big old pile in the middle of the field with salt and sugar on it? It works the same way. You're still baiting them. But it depends. I guess it depends on how you look at things. Me myself, I haven't hunted deer in years, so I couldn't tell you. But I do know that peanuts, man, deers will tear peanuts up like you wouldn't believe, massively up, tear them up like going out of style. But I guess that's all I got to say for today. For being Sunday afternoon, evening afternoon, however you want to call it. Sun's going down. It's after 7 o'clock. Here lately, sun's been setting between 8 and 8:30, which is great because it just every day gets closer and closer to that 9:30 sunset, and time for bonfires and swimming pools and everything else. I'm congested because of sinuses right now and allergies. I ain't got no Corona, which I wish I did have a bottle of Corona. It'd be great. Put some lime and lemon in it. Yeah. I got spoiled on Corona because I used to travel southwest in western part of the United States and going to Mexico all the time, and you get a bottle of Corona for a nickel. That's like the size of this bottle here for a nickel of Corona. Yeah, I drink a lot of beer in Mexico, cheap beer in Mexico. That was real Corona. But yeah, that's why my friend, you drink that old nasty piss water. Shoot. I tell you what, it's a lot better than that crap people drink now. And I won't start naming names of companies, but they all know who they are. I would love to see a great big American beer bottle. I'm talking like bigger than a 20-ounce bottle, sell for a nickel in the United States as of right now. I guarantee, I mean, even though the cost of inflation in Mexico has gone up some, I guarantee I can go in there and, you know, get 2 or 3 bottles of Corona and spend no more than 50 cents. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Especially use American currency. So, y'all just keep that in mind, you know. Just because some people snub their nose, there's a reason why people do it. So, but y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you again later. See ya.